GSM addresses and identifiers. GSM distinguishes explicitly between the user and the equipment. It also distinguishes between the subscriber identity and the telephone number. To manage all the complex functions, GSM deals with many addresses and identifiers. They are International Mobile Station Equipment Identity, that is IMEI. Every mobile equipment in this world has a unique identifier. This identifier is called IMEI. The IMEI is allocated by the equipment manufacturer and registered by the network operator in the equipment identity register EIR. So the IMEI number provided by the equipment manufacturer is stored in the EIR register of the network provider. If we want to see the IMEI number, we can type *#06# and see the IMEI. Then next one is International Mobile Subscriber Identity, that is IMSI. When registered with a GSM operator, each subscriber is assigned a unique identifier. The IMSI is stored in the SIM card and secured by the operator. A mobile station can only be operated when it has a valid IMSI. The IMSI consists of several parts. These are three decimal digits of mobile country code, that is MCC. For example, in India, MCC is 404. Then two decimal digits of mobile network code, MNC. This uniquely identifies a mobile operator within a country. For Airtel in Delhi, this code is 0. So this is called mobile network code, MNC. The next one is 10 decimal digits of mobile subscriber identification number, that is MSIN. This is a unique number of the subscriber within the home network. Then next one is mobile subscriber ISDN number, MSISDN. The MSISDN number is the real telephone number as is known to the external world. MSISDN number is public information, where IMSI is private to the operator. This is a number published and known to everybody. In GSM, a mobile station can have multiple MSISDN number. When a subscriber opts for a fax and data, he is assigned a total of 3 numbers, one for voice call, one for fax call, and another for data call. The MSISDN categories follow the International ISDN numbering plan as the following. Then country code and national destination code and subscriber number. So MSISDN number is the common mobile number that we know. The next one is location area identity, LAI. Each LA in a PLMN has its own identifier. The location area identifier LAI is structured hierarchically and unique. LAI consists of 3 digits of CC. LAI consists of 3 digits of country code, 2 digits of mobile network code, and maximum 5 digits of location area code. The next one is mobile station roaming number, that is MSRN. When a subscriber is roaming in another network, a temporary ISDN number is assigned to the subscriber. This ISDN number is assigned by the local VLR in charge of the mobile station. The MSRN has the same structure as the MSISDN. So the MSRN is assigned when the mobile equipment is in a roaming network, and the MSRN is assigned by the VLR of that roaming network or foreign network. Then next one is temporary mobile subscriber identity, that is TMSI. This is a temporary identifier assigned by the serving VLR. It is used in place of the IMSI for identification and addressing of the mobile station. TMSI is assigned during the presence of the mobile station in a VLR and can change. Thus, it is difficult to determine the identity of the subscriber by listening to the radio channel. The TMSI is never stored in the HLR, however, it is stored in the SIM card. Together with the current location area, a TMSI allows a subscriber to be identified uniquely. For an ongoing communication, the IMSI is replaced by the two-tuple LAI, TMSI code. So the temporary mobile subscriber identity is assigned by the foreign VLR and is used instead of IMSI during roaming. The next one is local mobile subscriber identity, that is LMSI. Then this is assigned by the VLR and also stored in the HLR. This is used as a searching key for faster database access within the VLR. The next one is cell identifier. Within a LA, that is location area, every cell has a unique cell identifier. So every cell in a location is represented by a cell identifier. Together with a LAI, a cell can be identified uniquely through global cell identity. That means a global cell identity consists of LAI plus CI. That means location area identifier plus cell identifier. Then next one is identification of MSCs and location registers. MSCs, location registers, that means HLR, VLR. Then switching centers are addressed with ISDN numbers. In addition, they may have a signaling code, SPC, that we have all known in PLMN interface, that we have already studied in PLMN interface, that is signaling point code. It is an address that is used to address the signaling points in a SO7 network. These point codes can be used to address these nodes uniquely within the signaling system number 7 network.